Beloved, lean in closely, because what I am about to release over you is not an ordinary word, and this is not an ordinary moment. Something in your spirit already feels it. Your heart has been racing. Your hands may even tremble as you hold this message. There's a sense you can't explain, a chill on your skin, a quickening in your breath, as though heaven itself is trying to break through the veil to reach you right now. This is not coincidence. It is not chance. It is not an accident that you found this message. Archangel Michael himself has been dispatched to stand at your side in this very hour. Why? Because your miracle has already been released, but the enemy has tried with every weapon to steal it before it could reach your hands. Pause for a moment. Feel the weight of those words. This is not a general announcement. This is a rare, specific, heaven-signed decree directed at you. You, out of billions of souls alive in this hour. You were drawn here to this message because your name was spoken in the courts of heaven. You have been wrestling in silence. Nights when you could not sleep, days when you smiled while your heart carried hidden pain. And yet, through all of it, heaven saw you. Heaven counted every tear that touched your pillow. Heaven recorded every sigh of frustration you thought no one heard. And now, heaven has sent me to tell you, this is the turning point. Do you feel it? The sensation deep in your chest, like something is pressing to be released. That is confirmation. Heaven is trying to awaken your spirit because your miracle is already in the earth. But here's the urgency. You cannot allow the enemy to snatch it away in this final stretch. Archangel Michael is not just a messenger. He is a warrior. He is heaven's chief defender, the commander of angelic armies, the one who has fought since the beginning to protect what belongs to the children of God. And right now, he stands at the doorway of your destiny, sword drawn, declaring your miracle arrived, but the enemy tried to steal it. It will not be taken from you. This is why you felt the battle intensify in recent days. Strange delays, sudden disappointments, unexpected resistance. Have you noticed, every time you got close to breakthrough, something came crashing down to push it out of reach? That wasn't bad luck, was a targeted assault to rob you of the very thing heaven already marked as yours. But beloved, listen carefully. The enemy can only steal what you surrender. And heaven is shouting to you through this message, do not give up now. This is the hour to hold on with every ounce of faith. Because what is at stake is not just a blessing, it is your destiny. You must know this truth when heaven releases. A miracle, it does not evaporate, it does not vanish. It is yours by divine right. The only thing the enemy can do is distract you, weaken you, tempt you into letting it slip through your fingers. That's why you are here at this exact moment, so that you will not miss it. Archangel Michael is speaking with fierce urgency. This word is sealed for the chosen. It is rare. It is holy. If you walk away, you may never encounter it again. But if you lean in, believe, and receive it, will shift everything. Child of God, do not scroll past. Do not dismiss this. Your spirit knows the truth of what is being spoken. Even now, you feel the tingling confirmation, the goosebumps on your arms, the fire stirring in your belly. That is heaven aligning your body with this message. Remember this, your miracle has arrived. It is already here. The enemy tried to intercept it, but he is too late. Heaven has already issued the decree. Archangel Michael has already drawn his sword. And this message has already been placed in your path as a sign that the enemy's time is up. Take a deep breath. Let the words sink in. This is not the end of the message, it's the beginning. There is more to reveal, more to uncover, more to release. But you needed to hear this first. Your miracle has come. The enemy tried to steal it, but it is yours. Hold fast. Stay here. What comes next will explain why the battle raged so fiercely, and why heaven is about to vindicate you openly. Beloved, let's speak plainly about what you've been walking through, because heaven is not blind to your reality. For too long, you have carried burdens that no one else seemed to notice. Let alone understand. You've smiled when you were breaking. You've stood strong when inside you felt like crumbling. And you've wondered in the quiet corners of your heart, does anyone truly see me? Does anyone truly know what I'm going through? Yes, heaven knows. And that's why this word has come to you. There have been nights when sleep would not come, when your body lay still, but your mind refused to quiet. You replayed betrayals in your head. You thought of the opportunities that slipped away. You asked why certain doors never opened, why the ones you trusted most turned their backs, why life seemed so unfair. And though no one else heard those silent cries, heaven counted everyone. You've endured seasons where people misunderstood you, where they judged you without knowing the weight of your battle. Times when you wanted to speak but feared being dismissed, so you carried it alone. You laughed in public, but wept in secret. You gave encouragement to others while starving for a word of hope yourself. You kept showing up, but inside you felt unseen. There were moments you questioned your own worth. Too high, believed too much, expected too greatly. And yet, something inside you refused to die. That small flicker of hope kept burning, even when storms tried to drown it. That spark is why you're here now. Let me affirm what your soul has been whispering. You were right to feel what you felt. You were right to sense something wasn't fair. You were right to know deep down that your story was not meant to end in defeat. Heaven has been watching, even when others ignored you. Every delay, every setback, every tear, they were all recorded in the courts of heaven. And beloved, that's why Archangel Michael was released. Because heaven will not allow your silent suffering to continue unchecked. Beloved, think back over these past years. How many times did it feel like you were standing on the edge of breakthrough, only for it to collapse at the last second? Doors you prayed for began to open, only to slam shut in your face. People who promised loyalty walked away when you needed them most. Just when you thought the waiting was over, another delay appeared. And each time, you asked yourself, why me? Why always me? There were moments when it seemed as though life itself was mocking you. Others moved forward. Doors opened for them. Opportunities flowed, but for you, it was one closed door after another. And though you rejoice for others, you couldn't deny the sting in your own heart. You asked, did I do something wrong? Did I miss God? Did I fail in some unseen way? Listen carefully. No, you did not fail. What you were facing was not punishment, was opposition. You were being fought, not forgotten. The enemy saw what was coming toward you, and he did everything in his power to delay it, block it, and make you doubt it. Remember those nights you lay awake, staring at the ceiling, whispering, Lord, how much longer? That wasn't weakness. That was the groaning of your spirit, a cry from deep within your soul that heaven heard. And every single time, even when silence was the only answer you thought you received, the angels of the Lord were recording your plea. You've been betrayed before, haven't you? By people you trusted, by voices you thought were safe. You gave your best, and they gave you rejection. You poured out love, and they responded with lies. That wound has lingered longer than you admit. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still searching for heaven's voice. That endurance alone is proof that you are chosen. Child of God, hear me. Your instincts were right. You weren't imagining the battles. You weren't exaggerating the delays. Heaven saw what others missed. Heaven counted what others dismissed. And now, heaven has chosen this moment to validate you. Every hidden battle, every sleepless night, every tear-soaked pillow has been seen. That is why this message carries such urgency. Because the struggle you've endured was never meant to break you was meant to position you, beloved. You've carried the weight of disappointment for so long that at times it became part of your identity. You learned to live with the ache, to walk with the limp, to smile through the emptiness. But heaven never intended for pain to be your permanent companion. Those battles, those betrayals, those crushing delays, they were never the end of your story. They were chapters, not conclusions. Think of the times you questioned yourself. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I asked for too much. Maybe God forgot me. These thoughts weren't born from truth. They were fiery darts sent to pierce your hope. The enemy whispered them to weaken your faith, to make you believe that heaven's silence meant heaven's absence. But child of God, heaven was never absent. Heaven was fighting for you in ways you could not see. Your tears were never wasted. Scripture says He collects them in bottles, records them in His book. Every single drop of sorrow has been preserved as evidence against the enemy who tormented you. Heaven will not let those tears fall without justice. And let us speak about the loneliness you felt. You thought no one understood, no one truly cared, no one noticed. Weight of divine authority, you were never alone. Every time you thought you stood abandoned, angels stood beside you. Every time you believed your voice was lost in the night, the throne of heaven leaned closer. You were not forsaken, you were being refined, beloved. Your instincts told you something wasn't right, and you were correct. Your life has been under siege, not because you are weak, but because you carry a destiny the enemy fears. That is why betrayal cut so deep, why doors delayed so long, why hope was attacked so violently. The darkness fought you hardest because heaven's light over your life shines brightest dot, and now this word comes as heavenly validation. You were seen, you were heard, you were right. The battle was real, but it was never in vain. Archangel Michael himself stands as witness that what you endured has positioned you for what is about to be released. Beloved, now that your pain has been named and validated, it is time to lift your eyes and see the authority that stands behind this message. This is not merely comfort, it is confirmation sealed by the highest ranks of heaven. You must understand who has been dispatched on your behalf. This word does not come lightly. It carries the seal of Archangel Michael, heaven's chief warrior, the one who commands legions of angels. When the book of Daniel speaks of wars in the heavens, when Revelation speaks of battles against the dragon, it is Michael who leads the charge. This is the angel who never loses. This is the defender who stands guard over God's chosen. Hear this clearly: Michael does not show up for ordinary moments. He appears when destiny is at stake, when the enemy has plotted something fierce, and when heaven has determined that enough is enough. For him to be standing beside you in this moment means your life carries a weight of purpose far greater than you realize. Heaven has convened. The courts have spoken. The decree has been signed. Your name was mentioned in the chambers of eternity, and your miracle has been released. And when the enemy tried to snatch it, Michael was sent to secure it. That is why you feel this word burning in your spirit. It is not imagination. It is confirmation. I say this not as one speaking from human authority, but as one under divine mandate. The visions have been clear. Heaven has opened them to me, and I must speak what I have seen. You are chosen. You are appointed. You are under angelic protection. Think of this. There are billions of souls on earth, yet this revelation came to you. This is not by accident. The Father of lights, the one who sets times and seasons, aligned this moment so that your ears would hear and your heart would recognize the truth. Scripture declares that Michael is the great prince who protects your people. This means his presence is not casual to Q. When he appears, he stands as proof that heaven's covenant over your life cannot be broken, delayed, or stolen by the enemy. Beloved, I want you to let this truth anchor deep. Heaven's armies fight for you. You are not powerless. You are not unprotected. You are not abandoned to chance. Right now, there are angelic warriors encircling your life, breaking chains you cannot see, silencing accusers you cannot hear, and guarding blessings you cannot yet touch. This is not theory. This is reality, and the proof is this very moment. You are reading these words because heaven ordained it. The same angels that shut the mouths of lions, that delivered messages to prophets, that rolled away the stone from the tomb, they now stand assigned to your life. This is why you cannot treat this lightly. When heaven dispatches Michael, it is because something monumental is about to shift. Beloved, lean in closer, for what I must reveal now is sacred. You have heard of Archangel Michael, the heavenly warrior. But do you realize what it means for him to be speaking your name in this moment? It means heaven's highest authority has placed your life under special assignment. Michael does not waste words. He does not deliver casual greetings. When he arrives, he comes as an instrument of decree. He stands as witness in the heavenly courts, declaring that the child of God before him has been chosen, has been vindicated, has been marked for breakthrough. That child is you. You may doubt. You may wonder, how could heaven take notice of me? But beloved, recall what Scripture says. he leaves the 99 to go after the one. Heaven does not operate in human mathematics. Heaven operates in covenant love. And in this covenant, your name was engraved in his hands before you were ever formed in the womb. This is why this moment is so extraordinary. Prophetic revelation is not scattered randomly. It is directed with precision. Heaven chose this exact time, this exact hour, this exact message to reach you, 'cause your miracle is ready and your destiny is in motion. And so, I speak not from human speculation, but divine revelation. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword. He is standing guard over what belongs to you. The miracle that the enemy tried to steal has been placed under angelic protection. Every demonic strategy, every spiritual thief, every hidden enemy has been confronted by heaven's commander. Understand, this, the same Michael who warred against the prince of Persia in Daniel's day, is warring on your behalf now. The same Michael who cast down the dragon in Revelation is casting down every spirit of delay, defeat, and despair that tried to wrap itself around your life. His authority is not symbolic, it is absolute. Beloved, let this truth settle in your spirit. You are not waiting for heaven to notice you. Heaven already has. You are not begging for divine intervention. It is already underway. The authority backing this message is not mine. It is heaven's. You may feel chills as you read this. You may sense your heart quicken. That is no accident. That is the Spirit bearing witness that these words carry heavenly weight. This is more than encouragement, it is a decree. So I say to you with full assurance, your name is spoken in the heavens. Your life is under divine surveillance, and your miracle is guarded by the chief of angels himself. This is your assurance. This is your validation. This is your authority, beloved. Hear me with all the seriousness of heaven's voice. There has been something hidden from you, something the enemy has labored day and night to conceal. But the time for concealment has ended. Heaven is pulling back the veil, and what was hidden is now being revealed. The truth is this: your miracle has already arrived. It has been in the earth, marked with your name, waiting to manifest. But the enemy, through distractions, delays, and disappointments, tried to intercept it before it could reach your hands. This is why your recent battles have felt more intense than ever before. You weren't imagining it. You were living through spiritual warfare at its fiercest. Do you remember the strange resistance you faced? Opportunities collapsing just before success. People suddenly turning against you without cause. Finances drying up the moment you needed them most. Health issues arising out of nowhere. These weren't coincidences. They were calculated attempts to steal what heaven had prepared for you. But the revelation is this: he failed. The enemy launched his attack because he saw what you could not yet see. He saw heaven releasing doors of opportunity, streams of provision, relationships aligned by God's hand. He panicked. He scrambled. He tried to send fear, doubt, and chaos to distract you. But even in your weakness, heaven's warrior stood guard. Michael fought for you. And because of that, the enemy's schemes have collapsed. Listen carefully. The timing of this revelation is not random. Why now? Why today? Because heaven operates in divine timing. There is a moment in the Spirit when the decree is sealed, when the battle shifts, when the unseen becomes visible. This is that moment for you. Beloved, I see chains falling even as I speak. I see doors opening that were bolted shut for years. I see the enemy's hands being forced to release what he tried to hold hostage. For too long, he whispered that you were forgotten. But today, heaven thunders back. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Archangel Michael himself declares, "The battle over this child's destiny is finished. The enemy's hand is broken. The inheritance is released." This is not vague hope. This is concrete reality. The inheritance heaven promised you: peace in your spirit, provision for your needs, restoration of relationships, healing for your body, clarity for your calling. It is already in your atmosphere. You are stepping into the moment when the unseen becomes seen. Can you feel the weight of that? Even as you read, something in your chest stirs. Your heart beats faster. A fire rises in your belly. That is confirmation. That is the Spirit aligning your body to the truth that what you have been waiting for is already here. But there's more to reveal. What the enemy tried to steal was not just a blessing. Your identity, your inheritance, your very destiny. And heaven is about to expose exactly what was stolen and why. Beloved, listen with the ears of your spirit. What the enemy sought to steal was not just a momentary blessing, but the very blueprint of your destiny. Over your head. He saw the doors that would open because of your obedience. He saw the influence you would carry, the lives you would touch, the generations you would change in his fear. He launched a campaign of sabotage. Think of the strange betrayals that came out of nowhere. Friends who suddenly turned distant. Resources that vanished just when you needed them most. None of these were accidents. They were designed attacks to make you abandon your inheritance before you ever received it. But, beloved, here is the truth. He failed to erase your name from heaven's book. The decree over your life stands unshaken. Archangel Michael is not only a warrior, he is a revealer. He comes to expose the tactics of darkness so that you will no longer walk in confusion. And right now, heaven is showing you the root of your delays. It was never about luck. It was never about not being enough. It was about spiritual warfare surrounding a destiny too powerful to be ignored. Why now? Because timing in heaven is everything. There is a season for warfare, and there is a season for release. You have endured the fight, but the scales have shifted. The enemy's accusations have been silenced. The court of heaven has issued its decree. And this is the hour when what was hidden is being uncovered. Beloved, see it in the spirit. I see locks breaking open. I see scrolls unrolling with your name written in golden letters. I see treasures that were buried in darkness now being carried into the light. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment, they were designed to convince you to quit. But you did not quit. You endured. And now you stand at the threshold of release. Hear this word with holy fear. Heaven owes you justice. Every tear you shed became evidence. Every betrayal became testimony. Every delay became proof in the heavenly court. And now the judge of all creation has ruled in your favor. That is why Michael is here. That is why this word has found you. Because justice is being executed and your inheritance is being delivered. The enemy wanted you weary, so you would stop believing. He wanted you bitter, so you would stop receiving. But you are still here, heart open, spirit attentive. And that alone is proof of your CHOSENESS. Beloved, you must understand your inheritance is not limited to one area. The blessing you are stepping into is not only spiritual, it is financial, relational, emotional, physical. Doors will open, provision will flow, restoration will come, health will be renewed, peace will settle, joy will overflow. Because heaven never releases half measures. When God restores, He restores in fullness. Even now, Michael's sword is lifted high. Every chain of limitation is breaking. Every demonic voice whispering doubt is silenced. Every stronghold erected against your destiny is crumbling. The revelation is clear. Your miracle was delayed, but it was never denied. But there is one more layer heaven wants revealed. The greatest secret of all, the reason why the enemy feared your breakthrough so intensely. And once you see it, you will never doubt again. Beloved, here is the deepest secret. The enemy never fought you because of who you were yesterday. He fought you because of who you are becoming tomorrow. He looked into the scroll of your destiny and saw the authority you were about to carry, the influence you were about to walk in, the blessings that would flow not only to you, but through you. And in fear, he tried to destroy it before it could manifest. The betrayals, the delays, the sudden storms, all of them were tactical strikes aimed at making you surrender your promise. The enemy knows he cannot strip away what heaven decrees. So instead, he seeks to convince the chosen to lay it down themselves. But beloved, you did not surrender. You endured. And because you endured, the very inheritance the enemy dreaded is now at your doorstep. Look deeper. This is not only about answered prayers, it is about generational turning points. The blessing that has been fought so fiercely is not only for you, it is for your family, your children, and their children. The breakthrough arriving in your life will break cycles of lack, cycles of pain, cycles of rejection that have haunted your bloodline. The chains that bound those before you will snap as your miracle manifests. Do you feel the weight of that? Even now, your spirit stirs. That trembling in your hands, that racing in your chest is confirmation. Heaven is unveiling that your miracle is not just personal, it is prophetic. It is a signpost for those connected to you. When heaven blesses you, it will ripple outward. That is why the enemy panicked. That is why he attacked with such fury. Beloved, the timing is exact. Heaven never moves late, though the waiting made you feel abandoned. But see it now. Your waiting was preparation. Your delays were refinement. Your disappointments were shaping. And now, at the appointed hour, the decree has been released. Your inheritance is ready. I see, in the Spirit, doors opening with golden light pouring through them. I see chains clattering to the ground as angelic armies shout victory. I see a crown being lowered onto your head, not as a symbol of pride, but as a mark of destiny fulfilled. And I hear Michael's voice thunder, "The child has endured. The child has believed. The inheritance is secure. Release it now." Beloved, take courage. This is not a promise that might happen someday. This is a word declaring that it is already here. Your miracle is not in transit. It is in your atmosphere. Your blessing is not postponed. It is unfolding now. The proof is that heaven released this revelation into your hands at this exact moment. Lift your head, square your shoulders, walk forward in faith. For the revelation is this: you are not waiting for your miracle. Your miracle has been waiting for you. And now it is yours, beloved. Now that the revelation has been made clear, that your miracle has arrived and the enemy failed to steal it, it is time to understand what heaven has prepared for you. This is not abstract hope, not vague encouragement. What is being released over you in this hour is more than survival. It is overflow. First, hear this. Your breakthrough will not tarry. Heaven is moving with urgency. Within days, not months, you will begin to see signs manifesting around you. The delays are broken, and the atmosphere is shifting in your favor. Expect divine confirmations. Watch for sudden numbers repeating before your eyes. 11, 11, 727, 323. These are not accidents. They are signposts from heaven. Expect unexpected calls, emails, or conversations that shift your situation dramatically. Expect encounters that feel too perfectly timed to be chance. These are all confirmations that what was declared in heaven is breaking through into your earthly reality. Beloved, here is the promise: financial restoration. Money that was blocked, resources that were withheld, opportunities that were delayed. Watch as they begin to flow freely. There will be provision that arrives without explanation, channels that open suddenly, favor released in places you never thought to look. But not only finances, relational restoration as well. Heaven is restoring connections, mending bonds, and removing counterfeit relationships that drained you. Heaven is preparing divine alignments, people sent by God to lift, not to wound, to build, not to tear down, and yes, healing too. Where your body has been weary, heaven releases strength. Where sickness tried to linger, heaven releases wholeness. Where mental heaviness clouded your mind, peace now floods in. Beloved, do not be surprised when you wake up lighter, when burdens feel suddenly gone, when clarity returns. These are not coincidences. They are manifestations of heaven's promise. The timeline is urgent. Some of you will see manifestations within 24 hours. Others will see doors open within 7 days. For others, the shift will unfold steadily over the coming weeks. But the decree has been sealed, will not be reversed. And here is the beauty of heaven's promise. It is not just restoration. To where you were before the battle is restoration with increase. The enemy stole, but heaven decrees double. Where you lost time, heaven redeems it. Where you lost strength, heaven multiplies it. Where you lost opportunity, heaven opens greater doors than you imagined. Beloved, picture this: a table set before you, overflowing with provision. Enemies watching in silence, unable to touch what has been placed before you. Cups filled to the brim, running over. This is not poetic, it is prophetic. It is your reality unfolding now. The promise is sure vindication. Those who doubted you will witness heaven's hand on your life. Those who dismissed you will see doors open in your favor. Those who mocked your faith will be silenced by your testimony. And through it all, you will know this one truth beyond doubt: heaven fights for you. Heaven provides for you. Heaven never abandons you. Beloved, this is not the end of the promise. This is only the beginning. There is more to reveal. Specific categories of blessing, prophetic imagery of overflow, and the assurance that this blessing will not run dry. Beloved, let us go deeper into the promises heaven is releasing. These are not symbolics, they are living decrees, etched into eternity. And they now belong to you. 1. Financial breakthrough. Heaven decrees that the years of scarcity are ending. Streams of income, long blocked, are opening. Unexpected provision. Welcome contracts signed, opportunities presented, debts canceled, favor with those in positions of authority. You will no longer live on the edge of lack, wondering if you have enough. Instead, your storehouses will overflow. You will see money come from places you never imagined, and you will testify, this could only have been God. 2. Relational healing. The wounds of betrayal are being mended. Heaven is removing false alliances, people who drained you, people who secretly opposed you. In their place, divine partnerships are being released. God-sent friends and mentors will surround you. Some of you will see reconciliations that seemed impossible, phone calls, apologies, doors to forgiveness opening. Others will find brand new relationships aligned to destiny. You will know them by the peace they carry and the fruit they produce. 3. Health and strength. Your body, mind, and spirit are being renewed. Aches that lingered will fade. Anxiety will loosen its grip. Sleep will return sweetly. Some of you will experience sudden healing pains gone overnight. Others will find a steady restoration, a daily strengthening. But in all, heaven is declaring wholeness. Beloved, your health will not be stolen by the enemy, because your body is the temple where heaven's light dwells. For peace and clarity where confusion clouded your path, light is breaking through. Decisions that once felt overwhelming will suddenly feel clear. Directions that once looked foggy will align. You will no longer wander in circles, doubting your next step. Heaven is releasing clarity of vision, clarity of purpose, clarity of calling. This is not confusion, it's divine order. Point 5. Vindication and justice. Beloved, you have been wronged. You were overlooked, misjudged, slandered. But heaven has kept record, and now vindication comes. Do not be surprised when those who dismissed you must watch doors open for you. Do not be shocked when opportunities appear in full view of those who thought you were finished. Heaven is not only blessing you, is proving to all who doubted that His hand is upon your life. Beloved, the promise is not only restoration, but overflow. Heaven will not merely return what was stolen, it will multiply it. Where you lost years, heaven will give acceleration. Where you lost strength, heaven will pour double. Where you lost opportunity, heaven will open greater doors than before. Do you feel it? Even now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Some of you sense chills. Others feel warmth rising in your chest. Some feel tears welling up unexpectedly. These are not random emotions. They are confirmations. Heaven is sealing this promise in your spirit. The timeline is urgent. Within 24 hours, some of you will see signs. Within 7 days, testimonies will begin. And within this very season, your life will bear fruit that cannot be denied, beloved. Let this assurance sink deep. The enemy tried to steal, but heaven has decreed double. Your miracle is not postponed. Your blessing is not partial. It is full, abundant, and overflowing. Take hold of this. Tables turned, enemies silenced, chains broken, blessings flowing. Your cup is not half filled, it runs over. You are stepping into joy, peace, provision, strength, and destiny. Not by human effort, but by divine decree. And this is only the beginning. Beloved, pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Let what has been spoken so far settle into your spirit. You've heard the promises. You've seen the revelations. But heaven knows the enemy will still try to whisper doubt into your heart. That is why this section exists, to reinforce what has been decreed, to seal it so deeply that no shadow can shake it. Hear me clearly. Your miracle has already arrived. Repeat it quietly to yourself. Say it aloud if you must. My miracle has already arrived. Again, your miracle has already arrived. Every time you repeat it, something in the atmosphere shifts. The power of agreement builds. Faith grows stronger. Heaven's decree takes deeper root in your soul. Beloved, you cannot let this word pass by like any other. This is not a casual encouragement. It is a divine command sealed by Archangel Michael himself. You will truly believe what heaven has spoken. Because once you believe, nothing can stop the manifestation. Think of how far you've come. How many nights you cried, yet still pressed forward. How many disappointments you endured, yet still held faith. But something inside whispered, "Hold on, beloved, you have come too far to turn back now." You cannot stop here. Listen closely. The enemy always fights hardest just before the victory breaks through. That is why the past season felt unbearable. He was hoping you would surrender, but you didn't. And because you didn't, heaven's decree is irreversible. Do you feel it in your body? The chills down your arms, the pounding of your heart. the tears in your eyes. These are confirmations. Heaven often speaks not only to the mind, but also to the body, tangible signs that the spiritual realm is pressing into the physical. That sensation you feel is not random, it is your proof. And beloved, let me tell you this, the stakes are too high to walk away. If you turn aside now, you risk missing the very thing that generations before you longed for. This is not only about your life, it's about the ripple effect of blessings that will flow to everyone connected to you. The reinforcement must be strong. Your miracle has already arrived. Your inheritance is secure. The enemy cannot steal what heaven has decreed. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are victorious. Let those words echo inside you. Say them again and again until your spirit begins to sing with them. Because repetition is not weakness, is power. It drives the truth deeper than fear, deeper than doubt, deeper than every lie that once chained you. Beloved, heaven's promises are not fragile. They do not shatter under pressure. They endure. And so must your faith. You have been carried this far, not to collapse, but to conquer. Even now, Michael stands at your side. Even now, angelic armies encircle you. Even now, the enemy trembles at the thought of your breakthrough manifesting. Do not surrender what is already yours. Hold fast, believe, receive. This is only the first layer of reinforcement. There is more to come. Heaven will not let this word end until it is sealed beyond question in your spirit. Beloved, lean in once more, for this final reinforcement is critical. Heaven is pressing this truth into your spirit layer until there is no space left for doubt. Say it again with me. My miracle has already arrived. Whisper it, shout it, write it down. Declare it until it becomes part of your very heartbeat. The enemy will try to make you question it. He will send subtle thoughts. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe it's too good to be true. But, beloved, remember, the enemy is the father of lies. His only weapon is deception. He knows he cannot touch what heaven has decreed, so he tries to rob you through disbelief. That is why this reinforcement matters. Your miracle is not in limbo. It is not pending approval. It is not waiting for human permission. It has been sealed in the courts of heaven, written in the Lamb's book, secured by angelic decree. What is written cannot be unwritten. What is decreed cannot be overturned. Let this truth echo. You did not come this far to be abandoned. You did not endure all those storms for nothing. You did not hold on through the delays to be denied at the end. You have been preserved for this moment, this season, this blessing, beloved. Picture it, a runner who has endured the entire race, weary but determined, reaching the final stretch. That is you. The finish line is in sight. The crowd of witnesses in heaven is cheering. Michael runs beside you, sword raised high. Do not stop now. Every step you take is one closer to manifestation. Even your body knows this is real. The tingling, the warmth, the tears, the sudden lightness, these are not emotional tricks. They are physical confirmations of spiritual reality. Heaven is bearing witness inside you that this word is true. And hear me, this is not just about your faith, it's about your future. If you walk away now, you risk forfeiting generations of blessing. Receive, the ripple will be endless. Children will walk in freedom. Families will live in peace. Doors will stay open for decades because of what you hold on to now. This is why the reinforcement comes with increasing urgency. Heaven does not want you to let go. The angels will not stop until you believe. The Spirit will keep stirring you until the truth is unshakable. Your miracle is yours, and nothing can steal it. So take this moment as a holy seal. Say it again. I receive my miracle. I receive my inheritance. I receive what heaven has decreed. Let those words become covenant. Let them echo louder than fear, louder than doubt, louder than every whisper of the enemy. Beloved, you have been brought here to the edge of fulfillment. You are standing at the doorway of abundance. Do not turn back now. Walk through, receive, believe, claim what is already yours. And as you do, remember this: heaven is on your side. And heaven never loses. Beloved child of God, receive this final blessing as the seal of heaven upon your life. What has been spoken is not mere encouragement. It is a decree. And now, with the authority of heaven's court and under the witness of Archangel Michael, I release this benediction over you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and grant you peace. May his angels encamp around you, guarding your steps, shielding your household, covering your destiny. May every chain of delay be broken, every curse reversed, every assignment of darkness canceled. Beloved, lift your hands as a sign of surrender and reception. For in this moment, heaven is pouring oil upon your head. I see scrolls being unrolled. I see blessings pouring like rivers, unstoppable, undeniable, uncontainable. This, your inheritance. This is your moment. This is your moment. The enemy tried to steal it, but he failed. The decree stands unchallenged. Your miracle has arrived. Walk in it, live in it, rejoice in it. From this day forward, do not speak as one waiting, you are one receiving. Do not act as one hoping, you are one possessing. And may this blessing overflow to your children and their children, and every generation connected to your name. Let peace reign in your home. Let abundance fill your table. Let joy break forth in your mornings. Let strength renew you each night. Beloved, remember this day. Mark it in your heart. For this is the turning point you will look back on and say, that was the moment heaven sealed it. So, I speak this final declaration. It is finished. It is sealed. It is released. Archangel Michael bears witness. Heaven confirms it. The decree cannot be reversed. Go forth, child of God, carrying the blessing of heaven. You are never alone. You are never forsaken. You are forever chosen, forever anointed, forever protected. Receive this blessing in fullness, abundance, overflowing, peace, unshakable, joy, unending, destiny fulfilled. In the name above every name, it is done.